Narendrapur is a remote village in the coastal district of Bhadrak in Odisha, whose presiding deity tells a fascinating story. Goddess Lankeshwari, as her name suggests, is a deity believed to have come from Sri Lanka. How did she travel all the way to Odisha, or Kalinga, as the region was known in ancient times? There is something else that makes Narendrapur special. Wherever you go, you will spot a Shiva Linga. There are hundreds of them scattered all over the village. You see them in rice fields, near ponds, in playgrounds, by the roadside, and in people's homes. For the visitor, it's a surreal experience, yet for the people of Narendrapur, it's business as usual. These Shiva Lingas are part of an intriguing mix of archaeological treasures unearthed in the village, including temple fragments, the anchor of a ship, a brick kiln, and trade items such as a sack full of betel nuts. The Shiva Lingas too were probably exported from here almost as far back as 2000 years ago, for Narendrapur was likely once a maritime trade center in what was then a region called Kalinga. While no archaeological excavations have been carried out in Narendrapur, the Odisha Institute of Maritime and Southeast Asian Studies, a government body, says that the pottery specimens found here belong to the early Common Era and that the village is sitting on an archaeological mound. The presence in the village of the Ma Patna Mangla temple, a living temple, is also significant as goddess Mangla or Lankeshwari is regarded as the chief deity of seagoing vessels and, according to legend, is said to have originated in Sri Lanka. Patna, in Oriya, usually refers to trade centers associated with ports and harbors like Manikaptana, Baliptana, Halkatapatana, Gorangaptana, and Kalingaptanam. Thus, it may be assumed that the village of Narendrapur had an earlier name prefixed to Patna or even named only as Patna. According to legend, goddess Lankeshwari was brought here from Sri Lanka during a sea voyage, thereby bolstering the premise that Narendrapur was once a center of maritime trade. The story of how Lankeshwari arrived in Narendrapur is truly fascinating. The Odisha-Lanka connection. As were so many other ancient ports and towns in Odisha, Narendrapur too once probably had trade links with Southeast Asia, the west coast of India, and even the Roman Empire. But its connection with Sri Lanka is almost certain. The connection between Odisha and Sri Lanka, Kalinga and Simhala Ceylon, goes back well before it found a mention in prominent Oriya literature of the 16th century CE, in chronicles such as the Lavanevti and Tapol, which have references to trade relations between the two countries. Frequent mention of Simhal in 16-17th century CE Oriya literary works such as Parimala, Govinda Chandra, and Siri Subinath have led some scholars to suggest that with all its beauty and wealth, Simhal could have been a muse for poets. Ceylonese chronicles such as the Deepavamsa and Mahavamsa, written between the 3rd and 5th CE, state that Prince Vijaya from Kalinga arrived in Ceylon with a large number of followers around 543 BCE, occupied the territory, and founded the Sinhalese dynasty. This event is depicted in the Ajanta cave murals in Aurangabad, in Maharashtra. While Vijaya's great-grandmother, Susima, was from Kalinga, he is also believed to be the son of King Singbahu of Singhpura, a place believed to be in Kalinga. The ties between Kalinga and Sri Lanka remain so strong that 1500 years later, in the 11th century CE, matrimonial alliances were still being forged as Sri Lankan kings preferred princesses from Kalinga. The Buddhism connection. Kalinga played a significant role in the history of Buddhism in Ceylon, with Emperor Ashoka sending a sapling of the sacred Bodhi tree in Gaya through his daughter Sanghamitra, through the port of Tamralipta, then in Kalinga. Also, Buddhist literature and Jathaka stories mention Dantapura, where Buddha's tooth relic was worshipped, as a religious and political center of Kalinga. The Gathavansa, compiled in the early 4th century CE, mentions the transfer of the tooth relic from Kalinga to Simhala, and since then it has become one of the most sacred national treasures in Sri Lanka. The sharing of relics as sacred as this points to the close ties between the two countries. According to one tradition in Odisha, Buddha's tooth is preserved in the body of Lord Jagannath. Two of the most important festivals of Lord Jagannath, Idoti the Snana Yatra and the Rath Yatra, have a Ceylonese counterpart in the Bodhi Snana Puja and the annual procession of the tooth relic in the car. The legend of Lankeshwari. Narendrapur and its legendary connection with Sri Lanka goes back to the story of a rich and childless merchant couple, Dhaneshwar and Nayana, who were devotees of goddess Mangla, as mentioned in a legendary narrative titled Ma Patna Mangla Mahima. Upon his arrival in Sri Lanka, Dhaneshwar saw a beautiful woman sitting on a lotus. He was transfixed, and when he spread the word of this magnificent spectacle, the king of Sri Lanka rushed to the sight. But the king saw no such spectacle and punished Dhaneshwar for playing a prank on him. He confiscated all the riches he had brought with him to trade and also put him in prison. Dhaneshwar's only recourse was to pray to goddess Mangla. With her blessings, he was freed and also received double the riches that he had lost. The goddess also accompanied Dhaneshwar on his return journey home and saved him from all sorts of dangers during the perilous sea voyage. According to the Ma Patna Mangla Mahima, Boita Sangare Asichi Mora Nam Mangla. Patua Mo Bhakta Hoib, Miu Patna Mangla. I am Mangla and I have come on a boat. Patuas will be my devotees, and I will be known as Patna Mangla. During the sea voyage, Dhaneshwar came across a 7-year-old girl called Kanaka, who was the princess of Kujang, who had been abandoned. He rescued the child and she considered him her father. Dhaneshwar was so grateful that he prayed to goddess Mangla, as he believed she had saved the child and given him and his wife the child they always wanted. Finally, they were back home in their village in Kalinga. Lankeshwari Agyan Hoichi Eheba Tirthasthana. Nishi Sesha Hele Peba Lankeshwari Darshana. Dhaneshwar alerts the villagers about the appearance of goddess Lankeshwari at dawn, and thereafter this very place will be considered a pilgrimage. According to the legend, a Patna Mangla temple was built in the couple's village, and goddess Lankeshwari became its presiding deity. Since the goddess had been brought from Sri Lanka, she was named Lankeshwari. The village still attracts thousands of devotees, and Patua Jatra is major festival observed in this temple. Goddess Lankeshwari is also worshipped in Sonepur or Subarnapur in western Odisha, which was known as Paschim Lanka during the Somavamshi period, as is seen in the copper plate charter issued in the 10th century CE. The goddess in the Lankeshwari temple in Junagadh, Kalahandi district, is bestowed with the power to destroy the enemy. Further supporting the belief that these deities originated outside Odisha is the tradition of victorious kings carrying a deity back from the conquered kingdom. Narendrapur is named after Narendra, the son that Dhaneshwar and Nayana later had. Narendra married Princess Chandrakala from Kalahandi, and there is still an area called Chandrakala in the village. It is interesting that Ma Patna Mangla Mahima also mentions the installation of the Shiva Lingas. Siba Sakti Jukta Nathai Tirtha Heba Biartha. Ipunya Dhamare Sahsara Linga Kara Sthapita. Mandla ka Agyan Pele Dhaneswara Nayana. Bohu Shiva Shakti Anail Tara Nahi Kalana. Goddess instructed Dhaneshwar to install 1000 Shiva Lingas, as no pilgrimage is complete without the power of Lord Shiva. Dhaneshwar and Nayana, according to the instructions of the goddess, installed innumerable Shiva Lingas. The discovery of Shiva Lingas. In the last few decades, Many Shiva lingas of different shapes and sizes have been discovered, not by archaeologists, but by residents of the village while digging their land for construction purposes. The discovery has led scholars to believe that they were used as items of trade. Unique Shiva lingas like Ekashasra 1001 and another which measure around 6 feet have been housed in the Buddheswara temple in Narendrapur. Although an important maritime center hundreds of years ago, Narendrapur is no longer connected to a river or a canal. However, the Mante River flows nearby, and through it, the ancient village was linked to the sea via a series of canals and tributaries. As the waterline receded over the centuries, a landmass began to separate the village from its connection with the sea. There is much more to Narendrapur than meets the eye, its secrets lying buried underneath.